right? All right, so Quar tries to be intimidating, and this last guy is like, stands up to you.
There's
You
like,
convinced
you
him to
need
attack
to
you.
growl more, Quar.
All right,
Well,
That was
you'll be one to know.
pathetic.
From the gut, Quar, from the gut.
all right. So that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
All right, is that last guy, and you have convinced him that you are his target of choice. He is going all out on you. He's doing his full-on ultimate attack. Oh my God! One of them hit.
All right.
Damn! I didn't expect that.
What is the damage?
5. He hits you with
Doodle.
his cutlass type weapon. He's like,
Tattoo.
"Whacking," and mostly ricochets off of your shell. He looks at you like, "Oh no!" Now he shit himself.
Oh no, he gave you a paper cut.
All right. Is that halved already, Neil? Or no?
Yeah, you're raging. That's halved. Oh,
Okay,
it's
so
not.
that's
It's
half.
not halved already. I'm sorry. It's you take 2 damage.
He
He's
looks
like-
at him like,
It's like,
seriously?
"Ding!" You're like, finish that intimidate, and he auto fails.
right?
Is this the one that wore the brown pants?
Well, if he
Yes.
wasn't, he is now. All right, so he immediately surrendered.
Oh, cool. We don't. Oh, cool. I guess encounter over then.
If you wanted to be, how would you like to do this? Do you want to let him go? Do you want to give him a threat?
Time
Do you
up.
want to give him a promise? Do you want to end him?
Tie. So we can.
Look what we did to your friends. Tell anyone about us. Tell anyone we were here. Tell anyone who went in and out of any one of these places.
You know what?
We will come back and hunt you down and make sure you never speak a word, or someone could make it so it doesn't happen. So it happens.
So
Wow.
Roswell would just starts walking up to him, like walking down his enemy, dagger in hand, and goes, "Let this be a lesson. The next time you mess with us, the thorns will be all over you again. And this
All
time
right.
you will not walk away."
His insight check fails. He believes you.
And as Roswell gets like up close and personal to his face, he goes, "Now, run away."
He gets up and flees.
Perfect.
Does it leave a trail of yellow?
Yes,
Brown?
a little bit of yellow, a little bit of brown. There's a chunky bit. That one's
Oh
moving.
no. Wait,
There's
what?
like, oh look, the male being useful. And you can tell she's
Holy.
partly joking.
Partly. Okay.
This is Lyra. She is a drow. She's partly joking.
You see exactly how this is going to be with her.
This is how it started with the 2 of them.
Yep.
All right, you guys continue on to your room, or do you want to double check the area to make sure no one else has been watching what's
Loot
been going
the
on?
bodies.
You're
Bodies.
looting them? Hiding
Yes.
them?
Loot and hide.
All right.
Y'all ghosted, baby.
Everyone that's actually going to actively look at a body, 1 person per body, can roll a perception check or an investigate check.
I will give
Alright,
aid
your
to
body.
whoever has better perception than me because I don't. I have like a +5.
+5 is pretty good, Rose.
And I have a +7, but I ain't looting.
He's like, "I've already done 1 bag D for the day. I only have a second one on my hand."
Fine, I'll do it. Okay, fine. I'm doing it.
All right, a nat 20. Rose, you walk up to the first body. You do your quick search. These guys aren't wearing a lot of clothing. They're like ghetto scum, technically. But the dude that you're searching actually has a really nice dagger in his, like, tied to the small of his back that he was not using.
Hey, Dash. Hey,
Yo,
why are you intimidating the corpse? I'm just kidding. That was from the last roll. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm trying to intimidate this court to reanimate itself. Okay.
Get your ass back to work, boy. You think you can sleep on this job? Corpse stands up,
She'll
goes back
take-
to work at the cash register.
Who told your ass?
She'll
to lay
take the
down?
dagger and go, "Here, Amara, for your good work today." And she just kind of looks at Rosalind like, "Ha ha ha."
Oh my god.
This is going to be a
No.
thing continually with them.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of takes the dagger and accepts it. Thank
All right,
you.
the dagger is nice looking, has a black blade. I don't mean like black like night or anything like that. This is just a metal blade painted black or something.
All right.
The hilt is basic, but there is a gem in the very like end of the pommel that looks like it could be slightly valuable. This dagger probably could pick up a good price if you found a good buyer, or there could be something more to it that you're not aware of yet.
Cool beans. Probably
The
will
other
investigate
guy
it.
has a small pouch of coins on it. That is the only thing of interest.
Coin is coin.
Yeah, he has 25 copper.
Wow.
The fat copper.
Yoink all the same.
Told you,
But-
the poor
Mhm.
Wow.
district.
Oh yeah.
That dagger though was a little shinier than these guys should have had. And one thing you did realize is he was not using that in the combat.
Of
He was
course
using some
wasn't.
crappier daggers.
Of course he wasn't. Why would he?
Well, you show something too shiny, and people take it from you.
Like,
But-
yes,
Rosalind-
absolutely.
So Rosalind just kind of looks at the dagger and goes, "Where do you think you got it from? 25 copper ain't enough to get a dagger like this."
I'm gonna say not from here anyway. And maybe he stole it. Or it's an heirloom.
Nah,
Hey,
this
unlikely.
Roswin, could you give me a quick perception check while Amara is putting that dagger away?
sure thing. Rosalind goes, "Nah, that's not something that you'll steal normally. Definitely not a normal thing you'll steal." As he gets 25.
Clearly he is not net a
Alenia.
Alenia. She would steal that.
When Amara is twisted, like moving the dagger around and like checking the balance and things like that, you realize that the gem on the bottom of it actually, with under the right light, looks like the blossom of a rose.
Ah. He just kind of looks at it and goes, "Can I get a closer look at that?"
No, it's not his. She'll literally, Lara looks at, "No, it's not yours. I gave it to Amara as a gift. You don't just take another
He
woman's
puts a
gift."
hand up to Lyra's face and goes, "Now talking to you." As he looks
And
over
she'll
my-
shove him like, "Bitch!" Like,
Mayor.
leave her alone. Let's shove.
She has no idea what's going on between the two of them, honestly. She is literally trying to stay out of this.
Oh no, too late.
Too late, you're in the middle of it.
Far help.
But yeah, he's asking if he can see that dagger for a moment.
She just kind of holds it up to him shyly.
He just kind of takes the dagger with two fingers, kind of like hold it up into the light a little bit and goes, "This dagger is blooming." As he just hands it back to you. That's definitely not something you will steal. That's something that you are gifted.
I don't think we need the whiteboard anymore.
No problem.
No.
Now we good.
But he goes, "That is definitely something you are gifted, not stolen."
Good to know. Do you know where it's from then, Mr. Smarty Pants?
Thinks about it for a moment and goes, "Well, it's not in your heart, so not there. As he
As
just
if I
kind of
would
looks at
let,
it again.
as if I would let somebody else stake my heart. I'm not a
Yeah, look,
novice.
no, you definitely are, but I digress. Um,
You wish.
well, it has a blooming rose on it. What do you think?
Well, could be part of the Thorns of the Black Rose, or could be a different group.
Well, given the fact that he didn't had anything direct to me stating thorns to him, it most likely might have been a different group. Or he might think of a different faction of the Black Rose. Either ways, let's see if there's any other groups by the name of Roses, or at least ornamented daggers.
What color is the rose, by the way?
No, the dagger
Amara.
itself.
It's easy. Could you have Amara roll an investigate check for me?
Of course. Okay, there we go.
It's D&D.
I see no shit.
You have a luck point if you want to use it.
Okay, I'll use it. I forgot I have 2 more luck points. That's right. I'm luck pointing this. Hopefully I don't get a 1. I didn't get any better.
Wow. And I
Alright.
can't help you with that.
Well, unfortunately, I can't tell you the history that I was going to tell you now. Darn.
I
Darn.
do apologize, but
Oh, no
RNG's
worries.
I know
That's the way the dice
RNG's
roll
just said
sometimes.
not today. RNG's has
Yeah.
said not today.
But when you've been had the rose pointed out, and when Roswin hands it back to you, you do have a brief thought about gardens. But aren't able to piece together why.
All right. She just kind of sticks it with the rest of her daggers for now.
Cool. Right. So
Yes, I'm gonna go do some research after a bath, because, like Larry said, she's kind of filthy.
We should head
Yes,
back
she's
to the
always
inn. Yeah.
filthy.
I assume you just hide these guys in like the dumpster nearby.
Oh
or
god,
something.
yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where else would we
100%.
hide them?
You find a decent enough place, store them in there, make it look like they fought each other or something in case someone finds the bodies.
He's also just gonna. No, actually, no. Yeah, we'll just do it that way.
Mhm.
Sorry for the crinkles.
You guys gave me almost enough time to eat my salad.
Hey!
Bonus.
Well, there goes some of my crackers.
And I truly feel like it is a birthday salad because instead of 1 Kalamata olive, they gave me 2.
Nice. Speaking of, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Neo. Happy birthday to you. You old
I
fart.
know it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Woohoo! See, I'm surprised Rose didn't do that at the beginning.
That is fair.
That's why I commented on it. And I'm like, now she's going to do it, isn't she? And it's like, yep.
Mm-hmm.
But if I hadn't mentioned the birthday olives, she probably wouldn't have done it.
No.
No, because I'm focused on D&D.
No.
Leave me alone.
No.
How do you get this damn wrap out of this bag? Come on, give me my food.
Yes, Lyra's gonna have a nice long bath because she needs it after trekking around for almost the entire day, going twice into the poor district and dealing with an illithid and dealing with her dad.
All right.
So she had a
Hopefully
good day.
Hopefully no one needs a bathroom because she's in the bathroom for the next 4 hours having a long rest.
Woo! I'll
Let
take
me
it.
see. Let me see. Let me see. Do Ross that thing that he could go
Oh my god.
into a bad. He does not. Ball bearings? Nah. I mean, it'd be uncomfortable for a bath though if you're sitting with ball bears around you. But nah, he doesn't.
You're talking to somebody
I'll
who's
have to get
had
that from the
crystals
shop
in her
later.
bath. It's actually not that uncomfortable if you know where to place them.
But that's the thing. He's not placed. He's throwing it in there. These are not strategically placed. These are meant to be uncomfortable.
Yes, but once you feel them in there, you can shove them where you need to and still be relaxed.
Yeah. After she gets annoyed that someone's trying to disrupt her bath. Let's be honest here.
She would nuke your ass. She would use a level 3 spell purposely to fucking nuke your ass if you did that. I'm not gonna
know.
lie.
Again, if only I had something that was purposely good for that.
Well, then now you know what to buy next time you go to the store.
Exactly.
But yeah, once she has her long rest, does anybody else do anything while she's out for 4 hours?
Christ, 4-hour bath? What the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Damn. I will say Roswell will like
Yes,
go
you
past
know I
her
have done
bath
2-hour
area.
baths in my sleep, literally.
No, so
Yes.
Roswell will definitely go like past her bath and just make the side comment of, "I know you're a dirty bitch, but don't take too long in there," as he walks past.
I gotta
Ooh.
get your stink off me somehow, Roswin.
That sounds way worse than you probably think it is, Rose. Let's say right now.
Hey, is there a chance I can do an event while we're waiting on her to stop stinking that I can investigate the dagger again?
Yes,
All right, try to roll again.
and you can investigate the ledger while you're at it.
Yeah, I was gonna. So you need 2 invest rolls.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep, the dagger. Luck point one more time. Let's go. I'm gonna hit it someday. Fuck. Okay, so I guess this is for the ledger.
Okay. Pretty good.
What? They just don't want me knowing about this dagger.
No, they do not. This dagger was never meant for you to know about to begin with, apparently.
Damn it.
There's one other way of getting information on it, as Rosie knows from past experience. You could attempt to attune with it, which will take about an hour, which would be part of the long rest that she's taking in the bathtub.
Yeah,
Okay, I
she
can do that.
said she was gonna do it.
Yeah, I could probably do that after I investigate the ledger. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So the ledger is shipping information, ship manifestos, cargo holds, a whole bunch of different details. And as you start looking through it, there is a knock on your window, not your door.
That's not
Standing
creepy or
on
anything.
the windowsill is Cassio,
Yeah.
hanging from
And
the
I'm
outside of the building, just looking out towards it, like with his other hand having just been pulled away from knocking on the window. He looks back. Hey, could someone let me in?
It depends.
She's
What's the
gonna-
password?
she's just gonna go over there. She's gonna march over there and open the window for him. Obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously.
He casually swings in, closes the window behind him. Thanks. I was getting a good view of the area. I saw you had some trouble with some thugs down there. I would have come and helped, but you looked like you were doing good enough without me.
Aren't that hard, Uncle? No,
Ah, I
But-
see you got the ledger. That's excellent work.
I was just looking into it.
He walks over, sees the page you're open to. I think you'll find the information we need on page, and he gives you a number. And roughly around that page, you do find information he's looking for. The rest of the ledger is up for you to figure out. Like I said, it's shipments and names and cargoes and details like that. But some of it, a person who knew what they're reading fully would be able to be like, these numbers don't look right in here, here, and here, which your investigation check was enough to detail that. You're like, some of these numbers are off. It's like there's a whole section missing.
So those numbers could be useful for our way out of Arkathars. Could be a shipment thing to get out, because that's kind of how we got in.
Yeah, it has information on different ships that come through here. This one actually has some smuggling routes from what you can tell, because you're like, these aren't main paths. These are not safe routes to get out of the Underdark.
And what you couldn't hear is me screaming in the bathroom. He's a fucking rogue. He's a goddamn rogue. He's fucking Arabelle.
No, he hasn't even met Aravel. And Aravel would have to buy him at least one drink first.
Fair.
Well,
It is a fact.
Yep. That is indeed a fact.
All right, so you got some shipping information. The stuff he is pointing out to need. Where did my notes go? Ah.
Do you feel a sharp pain?
This time. Several, actually. All right, so he goes through the book, points out some things, and says, all right, we need to get to the ferryman of the Gloam. Points out a section in there. It has some names that aren't recognizable, but he seems to know what they mean. And the ferrymen of the Gloam are sub-level smugglers, essentially. It looks like they have been transporting something that he has been looking for through those routes. So that's why he's pointing those ones out.
Makes sense.
That's me trying to
Looking
piece
at
things
that.
together and make my notes understandable to someone other than the AI that wrote them and me that, dictated them.
Yep.
So we need to find the
So the
ferryman and the Gloam, which are shippers
ferryman of the
that
Gloam
have
can
what we
take you
need.
to it can take you to the place he thinks Malin is in prison. Or imprisoned isn't the word he uses, though.
Yeah.
He uses something similar, but it sounds more of a she's there slightly by choice or something, like she's been absconded to or something. He hints that it might not be against her will, or at least not open.
Not
All right.
openly.
All right, so he knows a dock where they might be found, or at least it's one of their places they pick up customers. There is another route would be via magic if somebody could figure something out involving that, and
I meant
the
for
third option
taking
I would leave
people.
for you to discover on your own. So, how would you guys like to go to move forward?
Well,
You can
get
move
out of
down
the
to the
bath first.
you can move directly to the docks from here, like go point A to point B. You could do the whole roundabout method, which is a little bit stealthy, or you could do the full on. We are stealthing on the roofs, running around the, like Uncle Cassiel does.
Honestly, I like the idea of going to the roof. So let's go on to the roof with them. Because
This is
absolutely.
this is a multi-tiered city, so there is roofs and there's other tiers. Like there's sections that can only be gotten through internal staircases that you can get to from the outside. A little bit easier if you are agile.
I also want to absolutely go for a roof.
All right. So you want to take a roof route?
I'll
To the
go with
docks.
them and try. We can help
Does
each
anyone
other
else want
out
to
and
go
get
roof route, or do
advantage.
you guys want to go on a ground pound and make it there a different route so that you're maybe don't draw as much attention?
Smart.
All right.
So do we?
Well, in that case, I think we've got a plan.
Yep.
Are you still with us, Tasha?
yeah, I'm still with you.
Good, good. So Quar probably is not going to do very good running across rooftops. So I would say
No.
Quar is probably the off on his own walking there, like making it look very casual. He's a sailor. He's got business at the docks.
Exactly. He's got business at the docks. So why wouldn't he be casually,
All right, so your 10 acrobatics is enough to start off the roof encounter. You are getting acrobatics also, Rose. You get to do that. Can't really do, though you can do acrobatics with that, yeah? You can do advantage. You can aid each other in this endeavor to move faster. Mara, where are you go? Which one are you going? Or who are you going?
Um, I'll go rooftop.
Okay, so you'll have to do an acrobatics check also with advantage as well.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, it should be super easy for you.
No, I should have rolled with advantage. Ha! That's amusing.
The 18 was your advantage.
It really was.
All right, so yeah, you guys zip across, zip up onto the roof. You find your way fairly easy. It actually seems like there is active rooftop highways up here. It's like it's almost laid out specifically for this type of movement.
Which also, by the way, seems a little strange considering Lyra doesn't seem to do a lot of running and stuff from the looks of her. But she's actually doing really well.
3 steps and she's like, holy cow.
She's actually doing it.
Well, a lot of
Oh,
times
yeah.
sorcerers aren't usually dex builds. I
Right,
tend to
Quar.
dex build.
That's why I
Quar.
expected Roslyn to say something.
What?
All right, Quar, you
Yep.
have made it to the docks. The path was
Alright.
pretty simple. You went past a few things. You saw a couple of vendors along the way. You ended up picking up a skewer with some sort of meat on it. You're not too worried about what it was. It tasted good.
Oh,
It
I
had,
will say,
had a bit of spicy sauce on it, kind of like a peanut sauce almost.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I will say the reason why Ross ain't saying that because he's focused on the mission.
Yeah, he's got a job. Why be
he'll
distracted?
he'll say it later.
Exactly.
Threefold. All right, so Quar, you've made it to the docks area where Cassiel said you were probably going to go. He actually has been walking with you.
Sounds good.
Oddly, he didn't take the the roof route this time around. There was probably enough people up there.
Oh, probably.
So he traveled with you. He's been talking with you a little bit, getting to know you, like getting a feel for the way you act. You guys have probably just had that bit of a small talk. So yeah, I come from Port Haven or something, right?
Yep.
I'm a captain.
Yep.
I have this many ships. Giggity. For the most part, he seems pretty gruff and like just that whole glass half empty style person, not glass half full.
Yep.
But for the most part, he seems like a decent fellow. He seems pretty honorable from what you can tell. For a roguish type character, I mean.
Which he's used to because
And
of Elenia.
as you're getting to the docks, he points over at one of them as like, I think that's one of the contacts. Where we should wait over here for the others.
Mhm.
Unless you want to go over there and get to know him for a second. He might recognize me a little too much right now. I'm gonna just hide over here.
Yeah, he'll just wait for the others.
All right. So you guys are running across the rooftops. Rooftop. What language am I speaking? Anyways,
I don't know.
rooftops. You can do a perception check for.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure that is primordial that you're speaking. Yeah,
Apparently.
Hey!
Ooh, nice.
Ha!
Finally not a 1, huh, Rose?
Very good. Very good.
Finally better than Roslyn.
I mean, he still
Alright.
hit it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys are moving towards the dock area, you're scanning for other people on the rooftops. You do see a couple people like running around, moving from one place to another. None of them seems to be paying attention to you, though. This is kind of like the unwritten rules up here. As You don't pay attention to other people up here. Don't ask what people are doing up here. You know, and don't deal with them. If you are, that's because you're fighting someone.
Rooftop running. Don't talk about rooftop running.
Exactly. So you guys make it to the docks without any incident. You did see a couple shady looking things as you went, but nothing that made you go, I better stop that.
Or steal from.
Feeling this morally gray feel. You guys probably wouldn't like stop a mugging unless it was directly
I think
directed
Amara's
at
the
you.
most innocent out of all of our group, and especially out of the rooftoppers.
Quar would stop a mugging, but the rest of you,
Roswell would. Roswell would
Roswell would be
stop
the
a
one
mug.
mugging.
I'm about to say Roswell would stop a mugging to do the mugging.
Yeah,
And
we would.
Amara-
Rosman and Lyra would stop the mugging so that they could take the money and say that they did a quote unquote service.
But no, in reality, Roswell would stop the mugging just to see who the mugger was and if it has any leads to who he's looking for.
Fair.
I mean, Amara would stop the mugging. It depends on who's getting mugged, but she'd stop it. I don't see why she wouldn't.
It's a little old lady. He stops it. A little old man. He stops it. A rich business guy who's wearing a gold watch worth more than her entire kingdom.
He's
No.
participating. No, he's participating.
Maybe not.
Participating.
At that point.
All right, so yeah, you guys make it up to the docks. You're on the roofs, and you get to the point where you're supposed to meet up with the others, with the other two, I mean, and you can see them standing under like an awning type thing. It's protecting them from some water dripping down from above. Don't ask where it's coming from. You probably don't want to know.
Ew.
They are watching somebody over on the edge of the dock. The guy that they're looking at is like, let's see, what would be a good description for him? He seems a little fishy. In that I mean he looks like
A Titan?
no, more like a guppy. He's got a big fish head, like fishy ears,
A Grunk?
and just like a blanc. He looks kind of like a Koatoa.
Okay. I was gonna say
So
like a
what
Grunk.
you're saying? So they basically look like an Innsmouth person.
Yeah.
Ew.
He looks very amphibian fish hybrid thing. He doesn't look pretty.
Like I said, just don't celebrate the Eldritch Horror Dagon. Just don't like worship the Eldritch Horror Dagon, and we're good, buddy.
Too late. Too late. Yep. Too late.
We don't need no Lovecraft shit at the moment. We got enough shit going on.
I tend to avoid Lovecraft unless I'm specifically going for that storyline.
Like I
Yeah, Neo!
but like
Specifically
Lovecraft
going
is
for that
supposed to be-
storyline, you will never live that down. Sorry, Susie.
Hey, I didn't get to finish that storyline. You guys killed that server before I got bored of D&D actually at that point. I was running Far Realm stuff for her Manaluma server. There was fallen ones which were like kind of like mind flayers, but from the Far Realms.
Yep.
Mind
they
players
still
are
use
from the
storyline,
far
though.
realms.
I thought the storyline was doing good.
Mhm.
Some of the players got a little bored of it though, so I think is what it was. We were going too far, too epic scale, and they wanted like West March.
Yeah.
We like our weird
Anyways,
shit.
you see they're watching this fish guy. He's been doing business with other people, talking to someone. Without needing a perception check, you see somebody slip him something like you would a drug dealer, not a normal everyday sale. Like they're talking about something else and they subtly shift things between hands, and the other one goes off, and and Roswin specifically, you can do a perception check for him.
All right.
Without the capital C.
My bad.
All right, so you are scanning the area for anything that jumps out at you. You see the fish sign, the sign for the bait shop that is nearby him has a subtle design to it that feels out of place to you. Because what kind of bait shops do you know who would have a subtly embossed rose on the sign?
Not
If you
many.
if you want to give me an investigation check, I can tell you if you remember what that means.
I thought there was gonna be a history, but okay.
History, yeah, sure. It's history, investigation, either one.
Ah,
It's good enough. Guess what? You recognize that symbol. It is a fence symbol, like specifically from the Thorns, though. That bait shop
oh,
is a cover for a fence, as in buy, sell, stolen stuff.
okay.
Rogue
You know what?
fence.
Rossman just gonna like look to his team with him, and he goes, "We can probably get some stuff if we need something from over there."
Cool.
As he
I'll
points
let you
towards
take
it,
the lead.
as he points towards it, says, "I recommend not mess with that one yet. Might be useful to us."
Well, looks to Caziel. That's the one we need.
You guys have met up with him, and you're not on the roof anymore, right? I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's the guy that he needs to talk to. He will be able to get you a ride to the prison, quote quote. I'll just call it a prison for now.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can
Elena's
get
gonna be
you
so
there.
jealous of you, Quar.
He's going to need your somebody's going to need to pay for it, but he has a payment ready. Don't worry.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
don't
So
have to
no
pay for it.
blade to the throat.
He's paying for your journey, but he won't be with you. He needs you to go there. He has to go do something else. Because I'm doing this because I don't want DM NPCs because they get annoying and I don't want him to take the camera from you guys.
Exactly.
So he gets you on the boat. Are you guys just going to go over, talk to him, have Cassiel do the talking to get you where you need to be?
Yes,
Sure.
before Rossman steps in to inquire about his wares.
All right.
All right. So you remember one detail about working with the fences from the guild. They do require you to show that you are a member. That you remember that involves a tattoo on your wrist, on your neck, or a brooch or pin that can be worn there also. Usually
Well,
there are rows with a thorn. There's different ones for different tiers and ranks, right?
yes. Now, out of curiosity, since Rossman was a member before he like left,
Mhm.
would he at least have that tattoo?
That's what I was about to ask you. Does he have a tattoo?
It'll be on his biceps.
Okay,
Ooh,
So,
that is acceptable.
all right.
take his shirt off. Take his shirt off. Woo!
He doesn't have to take off his shirt.
Lyra is very upset. Lyra will remember that.
She'll get that scene later.
No, Rosie upset. Rosie remember this. Lyra doesn't give two shits. Lyra would
Okay,
rather
so,
stab
yeah,
Rosman in the back, but he's useful.
You still have your tattoo.
All right. So Roswell would definitely like once all the conversation between them is done and the boat arrangement has been made, Roswell would just kind of like nonchalantly walk up to him and just kind of look at what he currently has on display and goes, "I'm needing something a little bit more on the lower end. What can you offer?"
What is it you need?
"I'm in need of something hot." Ed just kind of like leans
You,
down and goes off the
you,
table.
yeah, you're using thieves' cant. You're like, I need some of blah 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 blah. He's like, You kind of casually make it so he sees your tattoo, so he understands who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he's like,
Yeah.
well, you are not in good luck today. I have very limited selection of things, though I do have a client who was desperate to get rid of something. As he reaches under the counter, pulls out a little wooden crate with some stuff in it. You see little like whiskey flask type bottle, some pouches looks like a bag of ball bearings, a bag of caltrops. You see a small selection of specialized thieves' tools,
I
and
see. Must be in the day.
he has one ring.
Okay. How much are you looking?
Uh, for what?
I'm looking for all of it.
Yeah. How much
For
you looking for
everything?
the whole? Yeah. He said, how much you looking for the whole crate?
It will. He'll be willing to take. They'll let you have it for 150.
All right. Rossman would just kind of like pull out his bag and goes like, well, most of my income, but I'm sure I can double that with this as he hands it over to him.
All right. You hand him the money. Slides the whole carton over to you. You can keep the. You don't have to keep the carton. You can just put the other stuff in your backpack and whatnot, or
Oh
keep the
yeah.
whole carton.
He's keeping the carton for right now.
Okay. You
He
like
gets to use it
slide the
later.
whole thing into the bag.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I love the bag of holding, right?
I'm gonna
Exactly.
try and slip about 100 gold into Rosman's pouch for him.
Why?
'Cause I can.
Okay.
He's being a very generous female drow. What's wrong with him?
I know. No, something's
He's
messed up.
He doesn't
he's
like you, and she's
useful.
giving him money.
He's useful, and if he's buying stuff, then it's worth something.
So tell him, here, I'll pay you that back later.
No,
Yeah.
that takes the fun out of their equipping matches that they do.
For now.
Okay. Well, I won't prevent you from doing it, but your sleight of hand was probably beneath his passive.
Probably. I'm going to try.
So, Roswin, Lyra's hand is mysteriously reaching towards your pocket. This looks like she's going for a reach around, but you're not certain.
Oh my god.
Lol.
While mostly maintaining eye contact with the broker here as he's still talking, he just kind of like puts a hand out, kind of like looks towards Lyra. Don't really say anything towards her, and then just kind of looks back towards the guy again. So he got his hands around anything that will be like, should I try to take his dagger, his sword, something like that, but not his pouch, since obviously, he just gave up most of his money anyway, so it's like
Yeah.
10, 20 coins ain't gonna kill him.
It's like,
Yep.
if she thinks she's getting away with it, fine.
Whatever.
Pretty much.
So yeah, she'll deposit 300 gold.
Okay,
Alright.
so you quote successfully reverse pickpocket him.
Pretty much.
All right, so yes, and then on to the journey.
Yay!
All right,
Ooh,
so
and
just
we have
so you
15
know,
minutes left.
like I said, it was a bag of ball bearings, a bag of caltrops. The whiskey bottle might be whiskey or it might be something else. He didn't clarify what it was. But
Let's
you
go with the
assume
whiskey
it's in the
bottle.
thieves. You assume it's in the thieves kit, so it might not be alcohol, or at least might not be alcohol used for drinking.
True. Could just end up being a big bottle of the alchemist fire. Who knows?
Exactly.
As we get onto the boat, Rossman would look towards Mara and goes, "You okay with boats, right?"
Why would I not be okay with a boat?
Not Lyra. It was Amara, wasn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, Mara.
Who-
Oh,
Hi. Hi.
hi. You're being asked if you're okay with a boat.
Yeah, I just don't push me in the water. That's all.
All right then. Hopefully nothing happens to us on this trip.
Dun, dun, dun. Good thing there's only like 13 minutes left. So there wouldn't be a lot of point to starting a combat.
True.
True.
You finish your business and you get into the little skiff that he has. It's big enough to hold him and the four of you. Not much else.
Is
Cassie
it a
coming with us?
quar?
Yeah, Cass was going to go somewhere else, and he's going to meet up with you again.
Right. Sorry.
No worries. There's a lot to remember. Sometimes it's like, what did I say 5 seconds ago?
This is why
Me
I write
every day.
notes.
All right.
That's why I have this big ass
yes,
notebook
Uncle
with a lot
Cassiel
of
is going
notes.
to meet you somewhere else when you either get there or he's probably going to catch up with you. Is actually what it is. It's like the video games where you get to the location and you're like, how did you get here before me?
Questions?
NPC's like, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. So, yes, you get into the boat, and it's weird water down here. It's got a murky greenness to it, but you swear under the right angle that it has a small luminescence, so it gives off a little tiny bit of light, but not enough to see shit. You just every now and then see like a ripple in the water. This tunnel flows for quite a while, and then you come to a part where it gets louder and louder and louder. You can hear the water flowing over something and the roar of a massive waterfall. As it gets almost to like an unbearable level, the skiff, or whatever I called it, stops at a
Skiff.
side, and the fish guy croaks at you, not croak, but like makes a guttural noise at you. It's like, off, here is journey, type thing. Don't know why I made him sound so barbaric, but
I mean, I guess it's either this or over the waterfall. So,
by the way, Cassiel gave you a map for this part to get you to where you need to go from where this guy is dropping you off.
fair enough.
Gave it to you specifically.
As I expected.
He doesn't fully trust the others yet. He's getting
I
to
mean,
like
why would-
Quar though.
Because Quar isn't weird like the other two to him, no offense.
Accurate. All right, so yeah, you have a bit of a walk to go for, and then
I think this is actually a good spot that we could stop because we got 10 minutes.
I was going to say, do you want to camp or do you want to just lean against the wall?